Welcome back, my dear students. So in this lecture, we are going to be creating a controller and clicking on the link from the email. Okay, so we know that the user has to get a link that's gonna take him to activate and that code information, right? That code data, and we're gonna hit this method activation, and we already even have a route for it right away. So make sure that you have a route, and this is you just type in name and this method here, give it whatever name you want for that route, and that's it. All right, so make sure that you have that. And in our user activation here, we're sending the link, and oops, sorry about that. We're using that route along with the code, okay, for the href, and we're doing the same thing just to show something so they can see it. One thing that I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna take this H1 there out of there. You probably saw that. And we're gonna leave this link here below. All right, just to make it a little cleaner. And what in the world? Okay, sorry about that. It's funny. So let's see. First of all, one thing that we need to do is make sure that we have our queue clean. So we're just gonna do queue flush. Just make sure that we don't have no jobs in the database. And let's also delete any users that we got there. I think I already deleted my users. Actually, I got one user here. I'm gonna delete this guy. Any jobs? No jobs. No activation codes. Okay. And let me go ahead and I want to put that there. This, I want to take it to the screen right here. Okay. Let's come back here, organize it a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. And I don't know why I had this open here. Okay. Let's go and register a new user and make sure that our queue is running. So PHP artisan queue listen. Okay. And I cleaned up all my emails. Let's just make sure that this is working and we're getting the right link, because I didn't check before. Okay. And there we go. And it looks like if we click it, okay. Oh, it's for, of course, because this is sending a local host. It's not actually giving us our route names. Okay. So let's see real quick. So what I think, sometimes when you get errors like this, what it's good to do, I'm not going to remove this lecture. I know some of you don't like me leaving lectures where I make mistakes, but I think it's convenient because you guys learn a lot. So I notice that you guys learn a lot more when I leave my boo-boo lectures. So if I go to Laravel log, usually here on storage and Laravel log, you have some errors, but we don't have any errors here. So what I think is that our blade template, our blade functionality is not converting our route's name for some reason. So let's go to our email class. Well, let's go real quick to email. And we're sending this data here. Let's create a URL right here, and let's just say route. We're just doing it in the construct, right? And let's just say route user dot activation. Okay, and then we're gonna pass in our code here. I'm just going to say this code. Let's just make this simple as that. As a matter of fact, let's just do this here. There we go. URL. That's the right way. Okay. So let's go back here. Instead of having all this here, let's see if this works. Sometimes you have to improvise. Right now, I haven't really researched it, so I don't know what's really going on, but you're welcome to do a Google it and see what's going on. But I'm gonna leave it this way. I think I'm almost pretty certain that this is gonna work like this. And we have, do we have a user here? What kind of user we have? It's Edwin. Okay, so we can register another different user. Let's make sure that we have no jobs running. Okay, so let's register a different user and see if this works like this. Enter it. Let's come here and wait for it. And now you can see the whole thing here. So that it's working. All right, our link is working now. So for some reason, Blade is not compiling route names, but that's okay. We were able to make it even prettier, right? So guys, sometimes you have to improvise. So the next step is for us to create a controller. So I'm going to kill that queue by doing Control C. And I'm going to create a controller. I'm going to call this PHP Artisan make controller. I'm going to call this activation controller, like this. Enter. And if we go to that controller, activation, let's come back here. Let's see if we can get some data first here. So we're going to say activation, because that's what we got in the web, in the routes right here. And we are going to be accepting a request, right? So make sure that you include this on top. My ID just did it for me automatically right now, okay? And let's dump something here and let's see if it works. All right, let's click on this. And as you can see, we're getting that whole request. Super cool. Okay, so just to recap a little bit, here on this lecture, we make this a lot better, right? Because we're not using that whole, a lot of code here. We are bringing this in from this construct here on the email class, which is pretty cool. I think, in my opinion, is really clean. We keep our Blade files. The cleaner we keep our Blade files, the better, guys. Okay. So even though we encounter a mistake, we were able to use that knowledge and create even something better, a lot cleaner. Okay. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. On the next lecture, we're going to continue constructing our method here. You're welcome to try to see if you can validate the user coming in from the email or do something else with them. But on the next lecture, I'll show you what we're going to be doing. Thank you.